One or two really good items you could get is actually Force Staff and Yule Scepters. Both items very versatile, fairly easy to build up, pretty low cost in terms of gold. You know, when the Void Chronospheres your teammate, and he's getting bashed to death or whatnot, just force your teammate out of the Chronosphere, or force the Void out of the Chronosphere, or just simply use the Void. You could just mess up with the Void quite a little bit. Let's see if Nirvana is gonna pick up that sort of item, but keep in mind that the Sentinel team, the Sentinel is actually using the Void not for really his damage, but for his Chronosphere, for a setup. So I don't think the Force Staff, well, the Force Staff will still help, but not as much. So I'm not too sure what the Sentinel response is gonna. We do see a double damage Puck. Puck's only level 6, and he is gonna try to gank mid lane. Let's see if they could do it though. They do have 3 or 4 heroes there. A nice tier actually seeing everything, so they're not going to be running in surprise here. Yafet does have treads on int right now, so that will be... they don't have any range though. They don't have any range. They don't have like Sentinel. One thing Sentinel does have in the upper hand compared to Scourge, that they really outrange Sentinel by outrange Scourge by a lot. The Torrent, the power shots and whatnot. It looks like someone is gonna be fighting here, and oh, that silencer is gonna be dead here, dodging a Torrent here. But going back to the going back to what you would call it, going back to the doom of the what the fuck is his name? Faceless Void, there you go. Actually, Necrolite taking a lot of damage using heal and mecha. They're doing a lot of damage. Oh my god. And that boat is gonna... Oh, boat hurts. The Void is gonna be going in. Void gets picked off by Nirvana Zoe. Probably off a heal. Only Lion's still alive here. Puck is still alive. Puck is going to try to pick off the Lich. Lich is going to get picked off here, but Puck in exchange will be going down. Yafet getting Shackle Shot. Let's see if they can kill anyone here. Torrent delaying and extending that push, but I think that Witch Doctor will be going down there. So I think Sentinel actually came ahead in that exchange. A little bit of, I have to say, a single mistake that fight went off. Oh, I wouldn't say mistake, but one thing I don't agree with what the Silencer player did is that if you notice that right before he died, he just used his silence, global silence, right before he died. It's okay on a hero like Zeus sometimes because it actually deals damage, but global silence is a spell that it's a long ass cooldown. It's like 3.5 minute cooldown or something, and you know, you're not gonna be able to use it for a long time. Like, another mistake I see a lot of beginner players that do is that if they're a TIE Hunter and if they get ganked right before they die, they just use like their Ravage. Again, it's a spell that has a ridiculously long cooldown, as we see another initiation going on. See, using Chronosphere to set up kills just like that, you might think it's a little bit of waste, but they get kills, as opposed to a TIE Hunter using Ravage right before it die, or a Silencer using Global Silence right before they die. The cooldown on those spells is just too long, and that generally you respawn way before your spell cools down, so you just respawn and you won't have your best spell. It's kind of that kind of argument, and generally those kind of spells are like game changing if a big battle happens. So just using it right before they die, right before you die, is not really justifiable. Assuming you get ganked. Of course, if you use it right before you die in a team fight, then yeah, of course. But in those situations I was talking about, that a lot of players use their ulti right before they die, being ganked here. We do see Void coming in, and wow, he's actually gonna try to draw a lot of damage there. We'll pick up Venge there. So Venge is gonna be... Oh, give me a finger on that mofo. No finger just yet. And actually, they could jump in for Lion here. Lion gonna take some damage here, and not enough attack speed though. Not enough attack speed from the Void. Void is gonna be picked off here, but it looks like they will be needing a lot of TP. Lion do whatever he can. Lion actually get a finger off. Let's see if he's gonna have Impale. He does have mana for Impale. Looking for the cooldown here. Lion still alive. Nice Impale, getting 2 hero, and wow, they will pick off the Windrunner as well. So really great running battle style from Yafet here, especially against the superior mobility of Sentinel team, with the Time Walk, with the Windrunner and all that stuff. So I think Starsboba kind of messed up a little bit, chasing a bit too deep, especially with that Void jumping in without Chronosphere. I'm not too sure what exactly that was about. Maybe he was hoping the Scourge team focusing on a little bit and then allowing the Kunkka to set up tight the Torrent and Bolt, but that just did not happen. Sentinel fought most of that battle without the primary damage dealer, which is the Necrolite. So despite I think having the better mid to late game, Sentinel is just losing a lot of ground early game. I mean, even though the hero kill count is fairly even, 11 to 15, but if you look at the tower count, it is not even close at all here. Oh, Chronosphere into bow! This is exactly what I mean. Oh my god, the AoE damage. They're gonna pick off the Necrolite before he can even heal here. Yafet doing some nice impaling there, but they will pick off. Oh, will they pick? Yeah, they do pick off Banana there as well. So there is going to be a chasing battle coming in here. Let's see if they can. Oh, they not the most impressive shackle shot from this Windrunner. I haven't seen him hit all too much here. Looks like Necrolite has buyback. Wow, he's actually buying back so early in the game. They will pick off the Lich there. Picking off the Lich here. Yafet. Did Yafet also buy back too? No, Yafet is still alive here. Oh, Yafet is going to stay alive with the combination of heal. A nice impale in time, but maybe he'll die to creeps. No, he blinked out safely. Wow, he blinked. Okay, I think that that just spoke for itself there. Yafet showing why he is such a baller in destroying the double damage screen. Doesn't even let his teammate take it. My god, what a baller. Wow, he was like at 1 HP and he just blinked up against a Kunga and just killed him too. That is baller play. That is baller play. And I definitely seen Yafet. I mean, one thing about Nirvana China is I noticed that they are an aggressive team, especially for Chinese. They are a really aggressive team to a point that I might want to say they have some type of over aggression at times. Yafet as a personal example just showed it right there. It definitely worked out there. I'm not saying he made a bad move at all, but it just strikes me that Nirvana China is a very aggressive team, and a lot of times I have to say sometimes they lose games because they kind of tower dive for 3 or 4 heroes. I'm not sure if you guys notice, if you guys are avid kind of replay watcher, but they're definitely aggressive. That buyback from a Necrolite, very aggressive buyback, very risky move. It definitely worked out there. I'm not denying that either. But you know, you generally don't see a Necrolite buying back 17 minutes in the game and TPing into a fight. But Nirvana's trying to show that they do know what they're doing, and actually a Necrolite picking up a Hood of Defiance. I suppose it'll help. Yeah, actually, it definitely will help. They do have a lot of magical damage from Sentinel here. In fact, mostly the big combo into the mid game is their AoE kind of ship chain of Maledict kind of thing. So not a bad buy. Now that you think about it, not a bad buy from Necrolite here. They will get the tower from mid lane. So Sentinel actually trying to come back with their tower count here, as we see a lot of wards being thrown to this forest. And I think the Sentinel is gonna lose another tower at this point. And the Nirvana China is looking to kind of finish this game early, which is exactly what they need to do. I don't think they could go toe-to-toe late game at all with this kind of lineup against Starsboba. And they really need a TP top and mid lane. Let's see if they're going to go for base tower. Or maybe they could do that, just go for the base tower and force the enemy team deck. They would definitely lose the top tower though. Yeah, they're going to go for the base tower here. And Necrolite with a lot of mana still left, and he does have 10 magical on charge, so he is going to be taking a lot of damage from the tower here. Now one thing, yeah, we do see everyone TPing back here. Let's see if they're going to see some nice Chronosphere. Torrent behind the Necrolite. Necrolite not even running here. We do see a Chronosphere and a boat coming in here, but they cannot kill that Necrolite. That Hood just saving their life here. Yeah, we do see an excessive amount of heal being thrown around here. They will pick off the Void, and they are going to go straight in. No, yeah, that all those combo being thrown off, and Necrolite still full HP after taking all that damage. You can see that the power of Necrolite here, especially in this kind of early game stage where the enemy team just does not do enough damage in terms of just killing Necrolite outright. He got killed outright in that one battle, and now he just got a Hood, and he's just healing so much. He's gonna take a Torn, and let's see if they're gonna do. No, they just can't kill him. They just can't kill him. Necrolite have so much HP. No, I don't think they can push it at this point. Did the Venge buy back? No, Venge actually poured it back. Yeah, so I think the Sentinel is going to be safely defending their base tower for now. The base tower lost a humongous chunk of HP, and they lost Void there as well. So I can't say I can't say that was the battle they had in mind. And I think Sentinel is going to be in a pretty good shape. If you look at the minimap, they have gotten every single exterior tower. Meanwhile, they have an entire full line of their own tower. So this is gonna give them a huge a map advantage, and that means they could go for Roche anytime they want. Now going for Roche against this kind of a huge AoE initiate team might not be the best of idea, because all your guys are clumped up in a small area, and you're gonna get AoE to death. But because they have the big map advantage, they could do it. They could do it. But this observer ward is actually seeing, where they are absolutely everywhere. So, ooh, actually very, very smart counter ward. Wow, this counter ward is smart. Unless generally a lot of times I see players, when they're counter warding with sentry, they just throw up here. So when the enemy team, when they're counter warding on their own, they just throw their own sentry ward, and I'll just counter your ward. But if you throw it down the hill, it actually won't see, because of the natural fog the tree provides. I think you actually need a observer ward to actually counter ward this. But even if you have an observer ward, you actually have to like walk all the way here to actually, it's a long way, is what I'm saying. This is a really smart ninja sentry ward, and more nice counter warding here. Oh, actually a gem on the Windrunner. So I gotta say, this is a really, really ballsy move here. Because generally when you see teams getting gem, that's when they're losing. But they're getting gem when they're, or winning, excuse me. Teams get gem when they're winning, but actually Windrunner picking up the gem when they're losing. Windrunner has absolutely no damage at this point. Or any farm to speak of, really. Let me see, what's her farm? I realize I haven't done a CS check, but the Necrolite's leading away with 149. The next thing that's closest is 83, as we see a big kind of a back and forth movement dance from these two teams. I think Sentinel has to back up. Yeah, Sentinel realized they have to back up. Scourge knows that too, because the top 2 lanes are going to be pushed, and they're going to wait for the enemy team to back up, and then they're going to go for the Roche. And with the amount of magic armor and the heal coming in from the Necrolite, I think they could take the Roche fairly easily. These guys are just staying around just in case if these guys are taking for Roche. And I think Scourge really needs some wards though. Yeah, they need to take off these wards before they can Roche safely. But I don't think they could. And right now they're gonna go back for the Roche again. There is just a lot of hero movement, but not enough fighting here. As another ward being taken off here. Both teams using their long range spells, such as the power shot and the tear, for the site of the tower. But nothing so far yet. DGC buying more observer wards. He really need to be careful about the placement. Maybe one from here wouldn't be too good. One from here wouldn't be good. Which, speaking of wards, oh, there's a swap into a Hex, and they will pick off the Kunkka right before the fight starts, and that's gonna be huge. And there's a chain stun killing the Void there as well. Witch Doctor is gonna be picked off in close. Yeah, Witch Doctor is gonna be dead, taking a magic missile. There is an ultimate from Lich going off, but it's simply just not enough damage. I have to say that Necrolite pick was such smart counter pick. He just got simply too tanky for Starsboba, and I think at this point the game is already over. Starsboba is just not GGing, but I mean, Necrolite is gonna go for Shiva at this point. I believe so. I believe it's gonna be Shiva's. It should be Shiva's. Lion going a purely defensive item at this point, which is really just all he needs. Ghost Scepter for the physical DPS, and then Ogre Axe for the BKB. I wouldn't say the Ghost Scepter is the best choice, considering that the most of the damage from Sentinel is pseudo-magical, if you will. But the later game it goes, the better the Ghost Scepter gets, because it blocks physical damage, and that game is all physical damage. So pretty nice item choice there. Puck. So straight, I was talking about Force Staff, and these guys says, screw you, Luminous. You don't know anything what you're talking about, so no one gets a Force Staff. That's cool too. Maybe it's just with my obsession with Force Staff. I really love Force Staff as an item. So Sentinel at this point here, they don't have particularly any farm. The Kunkka has. What does the Kunkka have? Kunkka's going for BKB here, just so that the Blink Hex line doesn't screw him up. In that last team fight, oh yeah, one thing about using Venge and Lion together as a team is that, let's say you see a Kunkka, somewhere in front of you, and like maybe 2000 range where you can hex them in one shot, even with blink involved.